Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at what the Cardano price is doing, also what Bitcoin is doing very briefly. And before we start, thanks a lot for all your support. I'm overwhelmed. Again, the channel is just growing. It's fantastic. And if you're interested in subscribing as well because you like the content, then please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and even consider joining as a member. We've got 21 members now on the channel with live chats and at least a live stream per week, and there's a few more extras and really cool community building there at the moment. And also, if you like technical analysis or if you want to learn about it, check out my second channel. You can find a link in the description that will take you to my second channel in which I talk and teach technical analysis. So let's start with Bitcoin first, having a brief look at where we are. Bitcoin currently trading in this descending wedge, making consecutive lower highs here, also lower lows. We are in this bullish correction pattern. It is a bullish pattern. Descending wedge normally breaks to the upside, which doesn't mean it needs to take place today. I still think there could be some further consolidation before we finally break to the upside and get to new all-time highs. That is still my view for this year. Nothing has changed. Also, my short-term downtrend expectation hasn't changed yet. I still think we are in this downtrend. We have forming here a pattern within a pattern. So we are currently forming a triangle here, trend continuation pattern within this bullish pattern. So we are going to probably go down. That is my expectation. I think we will go down further. Even if we don't break here to the downside now, I still think we will at some point in the very near future get to a lower level, possibly here the 37,500, and that triangle pattern here, that triangle shape, could take us down a little bit further. If you hear the rain, sorry, the windows are quite thin. It's raining outside, but anyway. So yeah, we could drop down further. That's my expectation. We are still bearish. The indicators on the daily don't show me anything that would give me an idea that we are getting into the a new impulsive move to the upside, but we are getting closer. Every day will bring us closer to new all-time highs. It's just that consolidation that we are seeing here. Also on the hourly we can see it, that we haven't managed to make a new high yet. Yes, from here we have, from that W pattern actually, that reversal pattern here, we attempted to break to the upside, but we didn't manage to get above this descending wedge. So we are continuing to trade down, and it's always important to see how we trade into an apex and so on. And we are just making lower highs here. We made a high here. This is a lower high. Here we formed a lower high. I still think we aren't far away from breaking to the downside here, which could take us to that next support of 37,500, which would also match that descending lower support level of the descending wedge. But that is also what makes me think that Cardano will drop further, because Cardano is normally following Bitcoin. That is correct. That is what many people say and think, and it's true. Not always, but most of the time. And Cardano, we can see, is trading in a very similar pattern that Bitcoin is trading as well. I still think we see probably a breakout of Bitcoin in the next 48 hours. That is when we should hit the apex. To the upside or downside, nobody knows, but my expectation is to the downside, because we are still in that downtrend consolidation and we haven't completed it yet. With Cardano as well, we have found resistance in that resistance support box up here. Since then we have traded down again. We haven't been able to make a higher high here. We have made consecutive lower highs here, lower lows as well. And currently we are also trading very similar to Bitcoin, in that not in a symmetrical triangle shape pattern, but it looks more like a descending triangle, right, where we are coming to a horizontal support level, the 213 level, and we are going to zoom in a moment to see where we are. But also the indicators here don't tell us a lot. Well, they tell us a lot, but they tell us that everything is going down at the moment in terms of MACD, ADX, which is the trend indicator, and the RSI as well, the momentum indicator. They are all pointing to the downside, towards the bearish end. So I have there is no sign really that we could be pointing to the upside now at this moment. Also, we made a bearish cross here of the 20 and the 50-day moving average a few days ago. But let's take a look at the hourly. And to be honest, I'm happy that the downtrend continues, because we still haven't, I still think and you know, I still expect us to go down further, and we need to go down further to build that momentum up again. And we're going to take a look at what happened in last year as well, just to make us a bit more positive. I know everybody's struggling a little bit at the moment, you know, everybody's a bit unhappy because what the price is doing, lots of expectations around the summit, but the chart is doing what it's doing. You know, we're going down, and there's no reason to talk the price up, and I fully expect it to go down once more to below $2. We've been talking about that numerous times here on the channel, and to hit a very important Fibonacci retracement level of the current wave within which we are trading. Now we are forming this head and shoulders. We haven't broken fully to the downside yet. I thought we would have at this stage, but what we can see is that we are certainly not going to the upside, and we are probably the 4-hour chart isn't the best one to look at here. I need to go to the 30-minute chart. What we can clearly see is that that support level that we had here for that head and shoulders, that neckline, which I would probably need to move up here on the 30-minute chart, but it doesn't matter so much. We move down, continue our move to the downside, make lower lows here, and we've dropped below that support level, and now we are retesting it, and possibly that retest could then push us down further if that retest is sort of successful, from whichever angle you want to look at it. But if we cannot get above that 213 level again in a sustainable way, then we will drop down further. And it is that bearish pattern that we can see at the moment here on the chart, and that would be very much in line with the expectation to go down once more, and it would then lead us further to the completion of that wave C correction. For everybody who's new on this channel, we are still expecting that we have not completed the C correction yet, and that we get further down once more into that yellow box here, the target box, and I would expect a price of around 185, maybe lower. The Fibonacci retracement level is sitting here at 181, and from then on we will complete the formation of the wave 3 as per the Elliott Wave method to a target level of at least 450. So this is a very bullish scenario, and if you take a look at from where we are actually coming, and I just need to zoom out for that, all we are doing at the moment is a consolidation in an uptrend. You can see that uptrend clearly, and you can see that consolidation is actually it is, you know, not very bullish, but it is a bullish pattern within which we are trading. It is a falling, well, descending wedge, and it is an uptrend. You always have the consolidations. We are currently consolidating in a wave 3, so we are in a wave 3, and we are in a consolidation wave within wave 3 of an overall uptrend. So we're going to continue to the upside, and this is just bullish. This is just extremely bullish, and I fully expect new all-time highs this year. It is my biggest holding anyway, and if we just take a look at what we did last year in the same period, so let me just make that a little bit larger. Completely different price levels, guys, completely different price levels. So we can also see that dip that happened in September. You know that we talked about it on this channel. I didn't actually expect it to happen this year, but it did happen. But we still mention it. Yeah, it did happen surprisingly also in the beginning of September again. And however, at the time, you know, we didn't manage to get out of this pain before the end of, or before the middle of November. But it is what it is. At the time we were trading sideways. Currently we're actually consolidating in a well, to be honest, we actually found a low here at around the 24th of September last year. Yeah, and from then on we managed to get into a slow uptrend. You know, it took a while, was still a bit of a sideways move until we then really broke out here in end of November, middle of November, on the 20th of November. So, you know, it is just that painful range where people then suddenly start to give up. It's the time for the haters to come in, you know, and they always, but they don't understand that this is actually a normal correction in a uptrending market, and the whole market is doing it. It's not only Cardano, it's the whole market doing it, which is why Cardano is being held back, even though there are so many bullish and positive news about Cardano. It's, you know, I still haven't seen that mind-blowing announcement, but maybe it's just my perspective that I expected a little bit more. But all these developments, I mean, a year ago or a couple of years ago, news that we get now nearly every day about all these partnerships everywhere, not only Cardano, but everywhere. It is mind-blowing, actually. And to a degree, we've got used to them now. But let's just be honest. A couple of years ago, some news that are coming out now, they would have pushed the prices up so high. It's unbelievable. But now people get used to it. And they have less and less influence in the market as the market cap goes higher. But yeah, still bullish, still in an uptrend. Short-term correction that becomes more painful now because it just drags along. It's been a very long month. The month is nearly over, guys, and we're getting into October. And in October, at some point, we should see that recovery and that move to the upside again. And I did say it so many times before on this channel. It's always when people don't expect it, then it happens. At the moment, I still think many people still expect the price to shoot up now, but we will see that further sell-off in my view. And let's just be ready to buy a little bit cheaper. I'm dollar cost averaging anyway all the time. Always these questions, when should I buy? I will never be able to tell you when you should buy. That is everybody's individual decision. I can't tell you when to buy because especially as a long-term holder, I do dollar cost average in anyway. Every week I buy a certain quantity. And if you're happy to buy at $2, do it. If you're not happy to buy at $2, don't. And it all depends on your financial situation. It depends on how long you want to hold. It depends on so many things. That is why I can never tell you, also legally, when you should buy. It's a personal decision, but what I can do is help you to make sense of these charts, make sense of the price developments, calm you down, hopefully tell you when we're at the top of the bull market and when it should be time to trade, or at least when I take profits, and then you can decide what you do. So yeah, that's what I can do. And I think we're building a great community here. We're part of the Cardano community and it's going really well. So let's just continue on this journey towards new all-time highs, but we just need to go through this phase here, which we need to appreciate the other times as well when we really move to the upside. Okay, so hopefully you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.